I have to explain why I have such a negative ending, and the answer is I have no idea. I immediately thought of this as a negative ending. I don't have a reason for making it a negative ending. I just liked it because I thought it was more entertaining, and it brings out emotion in people. People are like, wait, what? That's the ending? Oh man, I thought ASL was gonna work. And so I think that's really funny getting to watch people's reactions. Okay, so one thing I actually forgot to mention is how I decided on actors. So I originally had cast basically a bunch of my relatives because I wanted adults, because all of these characters are adults and live adult lives and go to work and all that stuff. But I decided that I am awkward around people, so I'm not gonna be very good at directing adults, especially like relatives, which sounds weird, but it's true. And B, they're all super busy with work, or some of them are retired or whatever, so they're all living their own lives, so it's much harder to do that and figure out scheduling and everything. So then my mom said that it would be best if I just sent out a text to all of my friends just saying, hey, I'm making a short film. Anyone want to be an actor? So I did exactly that, and I got a response. I got a bunch of responses like immediately, like, sign me up, it sounds awesome. And then a couple took a little bit later, but nonetheless I got a bunch of people, a bunch of my friends that were totally interested, and I was like, sweet, that was super easy. But specifically for the villain, I knew I wanted someone who, of course, looks evil and sounds evil and can act evil, which is hard to find because honestly all of my friends are all super nice, and like everyone that I thought about was like, they're all super nice, how they're supposed to be evil. But then my neighbor Bryant, even though he is super nice and doesn't act evil ever, I was like, he's got a deep voice, which is pretty good. And I think he's probably the best option, and so I texted him, and of course he responded and said, sure, I'll be in it. And I was like, yay! So like, the next thing is just talking about the characters themselves and how I don't know very much about them. I mean, they're my own characters that I made, and I still don't really know much about them. Like, people always ask me, like, so what's the evil guy's deal? Like, is he supernatural, or like does he really hate Norman for some reason? And I always am just like, I don't know, I just wrote him as a guy that's evil, and that's like literally all I had. So yeah, so that's all that was my point, was just I don't really know much about my characters, which is weird.